So I've lost over 55 pounds now, and these are the bad habits that are keeping you from that beach body this summer. Trust me, switch up these habits for healthier ones and you will have an easier time losing weight or even maintaining your weight. BLT, and that's bites, licks, and tastes. So this is what some of us do throughout the day. You think like, oh, I'm just gonna take a little bite of that. You walk past the kitchen, you open the pantry, and you're like, I'll just grab a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Maybe your husband's eating and you're like, I'll just take a bite of that. Like you just take a bunch of bites, licks, and tastes of everything. My sister likes to say, because I used to do this a lot, she likes to call me, she's like, you're like a little bird. Like you just go around the kitchen like nibbling and just biting, licking, and tasting everything. And I used to do that a lot. And what I didn't realize is you're consuming by the end of the day an extra like sometimes 200 to 400 calories just from all those little nibbles, bites, and tastes that you took. So that is mindless snacking right there. So if you can cut out the mindless snacking and just stick to your planned meals and snacks in the day, that'll be way better. This is a good one, and this is something a lot of people do. Now, y'all know me, I am not here to judge, so please, I hope you guys do not take this as me judging, but this is something that a lot of people do and they don't realize it. Drinking your calories. Like drinking your calories is one of the worst things you can do because it is something that's so easy for you to do. You just sip on something constantly all day, drink that drink, and you don't see it as a meal, right? So to you, you're just having a drink, but you don't realize that drink is 200 calories, 300 calories, sometimes 400 calories, could be even more, who knows, depends on what's in it. But more often than not, that drink is a whole meal based on the calories. If your drink is a good 250 to 400 calories and up, that is a meal, honey. But the problem is nobody, including myself, is going to see a drink as a meal. Like you're just not gonna be like, this is my meal, because you're just not thinking of it that way. You think it's just a side dish, right? Like it's just like something on the side that you're having that you're just casually sipping on. But really, that should be replacing your meal because it is so high in calories. Not only is it high in calorie, usually these drinks are very high in sugar as well. If you get a chance, y'all, just go take a look at, for example, Starbucks nutrition menu and look at how much sugar is in a lot of these drinks. I'm talking upwards of 70 grams of sugar, 90 grams of sugar. Some of them even have 100 and up grams of sugar. And what do you think that's going to do to your body? Like you're literally going to crash right afterwards, just get hungry again, not feel satiated like I mentioned before. And also when you consume that much sugar and it causes you to crash, you're not gonna wanna work out. You're not gonna have that energy. So it comes down to mindless calorie consumption, but also just that crash that these sugary drinks are going to give you. But I will say, I always am a fan of like never cut anything out of your diet that you love. So if drinking a drink like that is something that you love, if it's super high in sugar, I wouldn't recommend doing it every single day. Find a way that you can like lower the sugar or whatever. But if that's kind of like your vice and that's something you love, totally cool. But try to shift your mind and see it as a meal. See it as what it is. Be like, hey, you know what? This is my lunch today. Because it usually is if it's over 200 calories. So try to really look at the calorie content of what you're drinking and don't just look at a drink as nothing. For example, I drank a smoothie this morning and a lot of people would just be like, oh, it's just a smoothie. That's like on the side of your breakfast. No, this was my breakfast because this was a good 350 calories. Like that's my breakfast. Lots of protein was in here, lots of nutrients, lots of whole foods. This is a meal. So yeah, pay attention to those drinky drinks. I know they're cute and fun to drink, but they might be causing you to steer away from that beach bod this summer. The next one is you're not consuming enough fiber. I've talked about this before, but this year I had a major revelation on how important fiber is in your diet. I feel like fiber is the forgotten child. I've said this before. Everyone talks about protein, carbs, fat, and nobody talks about fiber, but it is very important. So I've been following the diet of doing protein, fat, fiber. So PFF, focusing on my protein, focusing on my fats, and fiber. If you focus on those three things, you don't need to worry about anything else. Don't worry about your carb intake. Carbs are not bad. It's okay if you eat more carbs, but naturally, if you're prioritizing protein, great for maintaining and gaining muscle and keeping you feeling full, prioritizing your fats, which is going to be great for, again, keeping you full, great for your brain health, your skin, and then prioritizing fiber, which is amazing for your gut and also helping you keep full. When you prioritize those three things, naturally, your carb intake is going to fall into place, if that makes sense, number-wise. Just because you're going to be portioning out your plate by prioritizing those three three things, the carbs will naturally fall right into place. Fiber is so important for giving you that full feeling. It's what's going to make you feel full and satiated. So it's important to get things like berries, like blueberries, strawberries, whole grains, beans. Also, a new one that I've been using is psyllium husk. So actually I've been taking my colon broom, which is pretty much, I think, 90 to 95% psyllium husk powder. So it's basically very high in protein. You can buy it in pure form and add it to your coffee, your tea, water, drink it pure. You can add it to your yogurt, or I like the colon broom because it's flavored. This isn't sponsored. I do have a link with them that gives you a discount down below, but it's amazing because it is packed with fiber. So it's actually a good and easy way to just get fiber into your diet. So I've been loving that. With fiber keeping you feeling full, you're naturally going to snack less. Snacking less means consuming less calories. So that's why I've really heavily focused on watching my fiber intake this time in my weight loss journey, because it's helped me so much just feel fuller and snack less. Okay, the next one is you're not moving enough. You're not getting enough movement. You're sitting on the couch a lot. You're taking the elevator instead of taking the stairs, which we all do, let's be real. But if you can make more of an effort to take the stairs, to actually go for a walk in the morning or go for a walk after dinner, to commit to a workout schedule, maybe 2 times a week. It doesn't need to be 4 or 5 times a week. I think a lot of people put too much pressure on themselves to do like this extravagant 1.5 hour workouts 5 days a week, and you try to commit to that and it's just not realistic and it's not sustainable. So you end up being sedentary, meaning you end up just not moving at all, because trying to aim for something that's unrealistic just discourages you. So aim for something realistic. For me, I love home workouts because it's just realistic for me. I have a 2-year-old, as most of you guys know, and I prefer to just be home a lot for him. I don't want to go out. I know everyone is different. Some people really enjoy that time to themselves to like get in the car, drive to the gym. For me, at home workouts are where it's at. It gives me so much more convenience. I can literally hop on the bike while he's watching TV or while he's playing or while he's like doing anything. I can conveniently hop on the bike. I can also conveniently hop on the bike while he's napping, whereas I wouldn't be able to leave the house and go to the gym while he's napping. So having workout equipment at home makes it so convenient for me to be able to get active. I can easily hop on it while Kylo is busy playing, watching TV, or while he's taking his nap, and I can get my workout in. So let me show you guys where I decided to keep my Yesoul bike. I decided to keep it right in my living room because of how convenient it is. Can I just mention it's also very slim. It doesn't take up a lot of room. I was very impressed by the quality of it as well. And yes, you're probably wondering, this is in fact a way more affordable version than other brands out there. I could not believe just how affordable this is. And I do have a discount. You guys can use the code Amy100 to get $100 off, which is amazing because it's already so affordable. So the fact that they're giving you an extra $100 off is just insane to me. Like I mentioned before, this just gives me so much flexibility in my schedule to be able to just get a quick workout in. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, a lot of the times I was kind of skipping my workouts, especially because my home gym is in the basement. So I didn't want to leave Kylo upstairs and I don't want to bring him down there either because our basement's not finished. So just having something in my living room that is safe for him to be around as well. Like I can't bring heavy weights up here. So having this bike up here, oh my God, I've been getting my body moving. And y'all, let me just say, beach body season is here. Like we gotta get it right and get it tight, okay? So if you're planning on traveling or you're just planning to put on a bikini this summer, get your body moving. That's all I gotta say. Like that is the #1 reason that prevents people from losing weight and causes weight gain. It's just simply not moving your body enough. Also, I just gotta say this bike was incredibly easy to set up. I just feel like when exercise bikes like this exist at the affordability that it is and the convenience that it is, there is no excuse to not get your body moving because you can easily do this and fit this into your schedule. It allows so much flexibility and convenience. Not to mention, I love the screen. It is completely 360 rotating, so it does turn sideways when you're watching YouTube videos. You can watch your favorite YouTubers.
2 is just way too surreal.
The screen is 1080 full HD, like I said, 360 rotating, and not to mention you can also use the Yesoul app to pop up some workouts on there. There are so many workout classes and programs on the Yesoul app. Like I'm literally looking at it right now and there's so many. There's everything from beginner workouts to intermediate workouts. There's a 14-day low impact fat burning program. Like I said, there's individual classes that you can go ahead and join. There's also a really cool chat section where you can chat to to other people. It's just a really nice community that's in the app, and I love that it just connects straight to the bike while you're using it. It was also really easy to set up my profile. All I had to do was type in my date of birth, my height, gender. You can also set like weekly goals. So hey, I want to aim for like 3 workouts, for example, and then it'll show you if you reach that goal. So it's also kind of motivating too. Also, what I love about this bike is it features a 4-speaker system and 2 subwoofers.
Audio mode.
So the audio is high quality. You can play music straight from the bike. Like I be feeling like I'm in the club while I'm riding my bike, literally. Like that's how good the sound system is. And I love the feature of being able to just put your water bottle right here. And how cool is this feature right here where you can just prop this up and have your iPhone sitting right here, your iPad, or put this down and you have a tabletop. You can also put your book up here if you're a book reader. But if you put this down, you have a little tabletop here. You can put your books, you can do some writing if you want to, or if you're like me and you're constantly on your computer doing emails, looking through footage, uploading your footage and everything like that, or doing whatever work you need to do on your computer if you work from home, you can literally put your laptop right there. That is a huge lifesaver for those of us that work from home, because you don't need to be sitting down working. Get your legs moving and get your body moving while you are working. Like I said, beach body season is here, so I'm here to motivate y'all and tell you to get up off your and get them legs moving with the Yesoul G1M Plus Bike. So yeah, it's just been a huge game changer for me. Like I said, especially because I work from home and I'm a mom, the level of convenience that this provides me is unmatched. It's just unmatched. I mean, it's literally sitting in my living room. You're either gonna sit on the couch or you're gonna sit on the bike. Like you choose. So like I mentioned before, the G1M Plus Bike is already incredibly affordable. When I personally was checking out the bike, I was blown away by how affordable it is, because it is such an amazing and even better alternative, I would argue, than the higher end brands, the ones that you're thinking of. Yes, it's better and more affordable. So why spend more money on another brand when you have something right here that's amazing, high quality, so easy to set up, amazing features, and it's so affordable. So if you use my code Amy100, you will get $100 off, making the bike only $399. Like that's insane. There's no need to spend upwards of $1,000 on a bike when you have something so high quality right here. So huge shout out to Yesoul for sponsoring today's video. I mean, literally a life changer right here. This has just changed the game for me, period. Also, a feature that I forgot to mention is you can actually adjust the resistance of the bike. And whoo, let me tell you, if you turn up the resistance on this, it basically just makes it harder to pedal. Your thighs and calves will be burning. Like it will give you the workout of your life. And I've talked before about how I'm really a fan of HIIT cardio. So for example, instead of doing a 1 hour run, I'd rather do a 2-minute sprint. So there's an example of what HIIT cardio is. It's basically high intensity. So my favorite thing to do, especially if I'm in a pinch with time, is to use the bike and turn up that resistance, get it even more resistance, and just go super fast. Even if you can only do it for 30 seconds, you will get way better of a workout in those 30 seconds than you will spending 30 minutes on that bike, just at a slow pace. Do you know what I mean? So you have options. If you need to get some work done, hop on your laptop, get some work done, and just keep your legs moving and do a slower pace workout. Or if you're like, oh my God, I am so busy today, but I really need to get a good workout in, turn up the resistance, get on that bike, and literally go as hard and fast as you can for 30 seconds, and then take a break, do it again, maybe do that 5 times. When we're talking about 30 seconds, 5 times, it's literally gonna take you less than 5 minutes to do that workout. So you have options with this bike. I love how versatile it is. Like I said, it's been an absolute game changer. So I am gonna leave my link to it down below, as well as my code. I did mention it to you guys, but I'll say it again because I'm like hella hype that you guys could get an extra $100 off with the code Amy100. So I'll leave it down below. And again, huge shout out to them for sponsoring today's video. I mean, I'm just like honored to work with them because I have been seeing this bike everywhere. Like I'm not the only one that loves it. I've literally been seeing it all over Instagram. Everyone is hyped up about it because like I said, it is a way more affordable version and a way more better quality version than the competitors out there. So shout out to Yesoul. This is something that I really had to change within myself, and it is eating too quickly. Like y'all, I can eat mad fast. Like I will be the first one at the restaurant at the dinner table, done her meal, okay? So this is something I had to change in myself as well, and why this can cause weight gain. When you eat so fast, it doesn't allow your body to kind of register how full it is because you're just eating so fast, eating so fast, eating so fast, and then bam, by the end of the meal, you're like, whoa, I'm overly full. And it's because you ate so fast, your body wasn't able to register the full signals. So try to slow down your eating a little bit. It can heavily result in an overconsumption of calories. Like I said, because you end up overeating because you didn't realize, hey, I was full like 2 minutes ago and I just kept eating because my body hasn't registered it yet because I was eating too fast. So that is a big tip and something that I had to change in myself, honestly. So this is a big one because a lot of people don't realize this and it can be very mindless. You go to the grocery store, you just pick up what's easy, what's quick, a frozen pizza, boxed, I don't know, hamburger helper. Like, I don't know, there's just so much CARP on the shelves these days, whatever. Here's the biggest problem. When you're eating these highly processed foods, they're usually high in calories and they lack nutrients. So not only are you eating high calories, now you're not even full. Like 2 hours later, you're hungry again. So you're just gonna consume more calories again. These high processed foods are not keeping you satiated, they're not keeping you feeling full, and they're not keeping you feeling good. A lot of them are also going to spike your insulin and your glucose levels, so you're just gonna crash afterwards and you're going to feel hungry and tired all at the same time. It's kind of like a trickle effect because you're not gonna feel your best and then you're not gonna wanna work out. Like I feel like this is something people say all the time, so it starts to feel a bit like cliche, like, oh, don't eat processed foods. But no, like there is literally a science to it, y'all. Like these processed foods, they're high in calories, they lack so much nutrients. So by the end of your day, you're going to consume way too much calories, and that's what's gonna cause you to gain weight. So it's very important to try to change your diet and limit the amount of processed foods. I don't like to say no processed foods at all because I don't think that that's totally realistic. You guys know me, I have a very balanced approach. I like to follow an 80-20 rule. 80% whole foods, 20% processed foods. And I feel like that is very reasonable and very realistic. Okay, this one right here is one that I never thought of before, but it really hit me the other day that eating while watching TV or anything entertaining can be super distracting, resulting in the point that I mentioned previously. It can cause you to overconsume calories because you're not registering the full signals because you're just mindlessly eating and snacking while you're watching TV. And before you know it, you've consumed way too much calories. Now, I love eating while I watch TV. Like I am such a reality TV junkie. I love watching TV and eating my dinner. That is like my little pocket of peace that I get every day. So what I do is prep my portion and my dinner ahead of time. Do not get in the habit of like having a buffet or like a range of food just out in the open on a tray available for you to just grab and go while you're watching TV, because what you will end up doing is just overeating. So if you do like watching TV while you eat like I do, have your portions set aside. You definitely don't want to do like buffet style while you're watching TV. You will overeat. I've talked so much about how important sleep is. At this point, I feel like I am like repetitive, but it's so important that it just has to get mentioned as one of these 10 habits. If you're not getting an adequate amount of sleep, which is for men about 7 to 8 hours and for women about 9 to 10 hours, naturally it increases your hunger hormone. You're gonna feel more hungry, but it also affects your cortisol levels, which then affects your gut health. So you wouldn't think to correlate your sleep with your weight, but they are heavily correlated. So it's really important to get good sleep. So similar to what I mentioned before, by staying away from sugary drinks like juices, teas, well, it's not that you should stay away from tea, but adding sugar to your tea, you know what I mean? Staying away from drinking your calories, alcohol. This is another way where you can easily drink your calories. You eat well throughout the week and then you go out on the weekend and you just drink a ton of alcohol and you drink back all of those calories, and before you know it, you've gained weight after a few months. Like alcohol is one of the easiest ways to drink your calories. So I definitely recommend staying away from alcohol in general because it really affects your gut health and amongst other things. But obviously, if it's something you like to indulge in sometimes, just moderation is key, and just pick alcohol that is less in calories and less sugar. So this is different for everyone, I've noticed, but stress is a big component because when you're stressed, your cortisol levels are raised, which usually raises your hunger hormones, making you feel like you want to snack more. There's also like an emotional, mental component too. Some people want to use food as that like emotional support. So I just find overall, there's a big correlation between stress and weight. Again, I have mentioned this before, but your stress hormone, the cortisol levels, directly affects your gut health as well, which affects your weight gain. So it's kind of a domino domino effect. Again, people don't really correlate stress with weight, but big game changer is to keep your stress levels low. Meditate, go for nature walks, get outside, do anything that just helps bring your stress levels down. Work out, because working out releases everything and just gets you feeling good. So keep your stress levels down.